Okay, so our aims were around capturing the whole ethos of co-production, but because we felt that could be slightly diffuse and quite difficult to demonstrate if that had happened, we felt we also needed to create a workable model to start that journey really for the Learner Council. Linked to that around achieving cultural change and overcoming resistance from practitioners and professionals, particularly around the use of personal budgets. Wanted to focus on enablement services and quite a clear toolkit and model to be able to achieve that. Improve communications within organisations, but most importantly with all citizens, and also to start to support learners to understand infrastructure development, that it's not always about sort of big headline wins. It's a lot of the sort of rarely recognised development work really that contributes to those projects. And just felt, you know, in the current climate, what would be particularly relevant to everyone really is around effective use of resources. Main sort of methods we looked at. The first one really was around using existing capacity within the citizen body. So we've got a Citizens Reference Board who are actually desperate to go and talk to citizens in other local authorities, both to share their learning and their experience, but also about peer support for them. That, you know, they felt they've been very successful in influencing our developments, but they don't really have a group of peers to share their challenges and their difficulties with. So, you know, they'd like that opportunity really to work with other groups of citizens. Sort of similarly to the first group really, moving well away from sort of traditional conferences and the we know best approach to sharing challenges can often be far more effective in sort of co-learning than, you know, sort of claiming to be some sort of exemplar that other people need to follow. So we've got action learning sets just to work on a sort of shared challenge in a far more detailed way, and I think we were looking at particularly around safeguarding and personalisation, which for people in the adult social care field is quite a conundrum at the moment. Co-design workshops. We probably cheated and used video case studies and films to also cover the use of positive stories, because I think it's a real theme coming from today, how effective that can be. Again, community information exchange, so local communities talking to local communities, which is facilitated by organisations rather than controlled by them. And also one-to-one visits. We can see the point that, you know, at times that doesn't work, but particularly for local authorities, if they really want to share areas that they're worried about, a lot of that is about establishing a trust relationship, because else, you know, people will put up a sort of shiny, superficial front that, you know, they're fantastic at everything, and I think it can, you know, it's about developing those relationships really. Around roles and resources, talked about capacity building for citizens, but we felt that would probably be a reciprocal relationship, because I'm saying over lunch that citizens have taught us an awful amount about how to communicate, and one of the first things that they insisted on with our Citizens Reference Board is some sort of jargon swear box. And the first meeting I chaired, it probably cost me about £5. So it really quickly improves your style of communication. This what I've just said now would probably cost me about £2.50. So I'm really glad they're not here today. So it's council officers, it's elected members learning from citizens, really, you know, about how to talk as human beings. And I'm going to stop now before the red card is issued.
I mean, you talking about much longer to go ahead?
No, it's fine. That's about it.
Okay.
Okay.